Bada boom, boom, boom. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live. We got some crazy stuff going on here tonight, depending on where you are watching. I'll get to that in a little bit. But before we get going, let's do what we always do to kick things off. I'm seeing all kinds of people jumping or flying by in the chat. So, everyone, happy Friday. The weekend is here. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, man. I got to get. So, yes, Mr. Van Dusen, good evening. I saw you flying by there. Oh, man, it's really flying by. Old Guy Firewood, good evening. I saw quite the picture of you today on your Facebook profile. We're looking pretty sharp back in the day. Had those ladies all around you, hanging on you. One of them was hanging right all over you. My goodness. That was it was good. Good seeing the young guy. The young version of Old Guy Firewood. All right, Wild Bill is here. Logger Jason, Miller Stumps, and Firewood. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, we've got a little some crazy stuff going on here. And like I said, I'll explain later on. The Broken Old Swedes here. Colleen's Farm Adventures here. Rogala. Ryan, did you get your delivery today? I thought it said it was going to be delivered today, but I didn't check, and I should have checked before I went live to know if it was delivered or not, but hopefully it did. Rick's Outdoors. Oh my goodness, we have a coin in. Oh, we have a bomb in the cup. What the heck? Hang on here. I gotta go back and pull this out. We gotta bring the ladies out, but let me make sure the volume's down. Because when these ladies come out swinging, we don't want it to be too loud. The ladies are out. Russ from Willie's Firewood. Thanks for all the company on the long ride home from Virginia. All right. Well, thank you very much. Cheers. And yeah, that can definitely make road trips go by a lot quicker, as if you're you're just sitting there driving. But if you like either have someone calling you, or if you, I don't know, I guess maybe you were live, I didn't see you or not, but if you were live, that'll definitely definitely makes it go by a little quicker. Doesn't seem to take so long. All right, now I got to get caught back up. Nick Smith over on Facebook. The bird has landed. All right. And Tater Z Vix. Is that how you say that? I'm doing good. So what we got going on tonight here? I tried earlier. Goodness gracious, man, this is flying by. American Country's here. Daniel Atkins, who is a year older, and the Mystery Gardener. Good evening. So I'm trying to juggle a few things at once, and I thought I had it all set up, and it was all going to go smooth, and then I didn't like the way things were looking. So I'm doing the live stream tonight is on another. See, I got to watch out because I'm on 3 different platforms at once now, and I don't know if I don't think they all play nice together if I mention all the other ones' names. So depending on where you're watching, or over here, I've got multiple streams happening. I wanted to test it out tonight to see, because one of the platforms is more friendly for things like live social shopping, so that I can like put the mini firewood, because everybody sees all these tabletop fire pits on this platform, but nobody's got the wood to put in them. So if you see me looking over here at someone, it might not be. I'm all over the place. Frickin' Jeep, how are you doing? Circle B, good evening. But I'm always going to keep Friday nights the place where we all come together from all the different platforms. Friday night is always going to be the place where we're all together. But going forward, throughout the week, I might only exclusively be on this other platform for some of my live streams. So whether it be the one that starts with the T or the one that starts with the F or the one that starts with U, Friday nights will always be on all of them. But throughout the week, you may see me going, just because there's a lot more opportunity to actually connect. And hey, look at that, Miller Stumps and Firewood, they found me over here and they're over there. But yeah, there's just more opportunity to do the thing that is becoming more and more, I guess, popular on the one platform, the social shopping. So I can push out products, because today I just got a big pallet of boxes delivered, and I'm gonna have some stuff going on. And the other thing that's pretty cool is on this other platform, it's a lot easier to do giveaways. Hey, and there is our good friend from sawsuppliers.com, Steve. Good evening. How are you doing? I want to buy one of the Uni, is that how you say that? Pizza ovens. Do you have wood that works well for that? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed, I do. I think. I don't know how big those pizza ovens are. I'm not familiar with that brand, but yeah, I can get you some hot burning, long burning mini firewood if that's what it will take. But yeah, I will. Let me know how big they recommend the pieces being. What is... Oh, hang on here. Henry was asking, where's the wifey over here? She is, I believe, she is out on a walk with the dogs. Logger Jason, yes, the boxes all got hauled in and are packed away down in the fulfillment center. Ready to be filled. And I am going to be doing some filling this weekend. But tomorrow is going to be the big experimental test to see if I can go from splitting right from the kinlet right to the kiln and not develop any mold on the maple. That is going to be the challenge. But we're going to find out. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try, because that log, the maple log, if you didn't see the video earlier this week, well, hang on. Let's get to the coin that just came down in the cup. Where is it? Here it is. And we got to bring the ladies back out for Marlon, our good friend, fellow Woodhound. Hi, hello, fellow Woodhound. Cheers, friends. Cheers to you, Marlon. Thank you very much. Cheers. So if you don't know, a Wild Bill, it's getting cold. It's going to be cold tomorrow. It's cooling off. Well, down into the 30s. So I don't know. But so if you don't know, a while back, I thought I was going to be all fancy, and I used this draw knife that my neighbor let me borrow to peel all the bark off this maple log because I thought, oh, yeah, that's going to save me from separating out all this dirty bark when I send it through the kindlet and make mini firewood. And so I stripped all the bark off, and then I was like, all right, it's ready to go. Let it sit there. And then a few weeks later, I go back and the thing is covered with black mold. And it just looks terrible. So yesterday I did a little test because my first initial thought was, all right, I'll just split it and then I'll take all those outside pieces and I'll pull them out separately once they're split. But there was some suggestions about like spraying bleach and vinegar on the log, but I don't know if I want to do that because I don't know, that might I don't know, just, and the whole purpose that this matters is because when I box this stuff up and send it to someone, the last thing I want and the last thing I would want if I ordered a box of mini firewood, which if you're watching on TikTok right now, you can get yourself a box right down there. But if I were to get a box of mini firewood shipped to me, the last thing I would want is to open it up and pull out some pieces and say, this looks like mold on this wood. So that is why I'm not going to send it out. But what I did do yesterday is I took it and I just split the edges off just like a little bit. And I think that is going to work to at least get the mold off, put them through the kindlet, take all the splits, and put them in the kiln and see what happens. The only thing I don't know is that I don't know what temperature. So like if I think of mold, I always think of like warm, moist places. And so I looked online and it said that you need a temperature to be at least 140 to kill mold. Because the last thing I would want to do is put this stuff in the kiln and then it's because when it gets split, it's really damp, really wet. So I don't know. I'll probably end up doing it and then it'll all be ruined once it comes out of the flipping kiln. It'll come out and be looking just like the stuff I didn't want to put through it. Mom and the boys. God. I just got a little hangnail here on my pinky. Mom and the boys, would that be stripper wood? It might be. Are you wishing that your strippers had wood? Are you wanting a stripper with wood? Oh my, oh my. Oh, and this is the other thing. I gotta try something here quick. Hang on. I know I mentioned this was available before, but I'm gonna add this as well on YouTube. I tried this the other day and I think it worked. So we'll see if it works now. If you're watching on mobile, I think it's going to pop up eventually, but I'm just trying to get to be learning all these little secrets to, what is this? Oh, all right. I thought I'm multitasking, but Miller Stumps and Firewood, they're multitasking all over all kinds of places here tonight. As long as they aren't moldy. Yes, that's the thing. So I put that post out on And everyone's like, oh, just burn it. Don't worry about the mold. But it's because I'm shipping it to people. And I don't know, if you were to get something in the mail, I don't think you would want to open it and find moldy, well, what looks to be moldy wood. I don't know. Anyhow, check this out. Today, along with my pallet full of boxes that I got, Uline sent me a high vis shirt. And the best part about it, well, I don't know if it's the best part, but on the front, we got the Green Bay Packers, baby. So yeah, all you gotta do is order a pallet of boxes and you get a free shirt. Nick Smith wants to know if I lost a bet for Halloween. And that is none of your business. Oh. Richard, take home 63 degrees out. Where are you at? Yeah, I thought about Florida firewood. I thought about sanding it off and taking a sander. But I don't know. I just think that would take a lot longer and be a lot more work. Like sanding that whole log down instead of just quickly knocking off the sides. The other thing is that the size of the log, I would have had to split it in half anyway. So I still have to involve splitting it one way or the other. But yeah, I thought about the sander, but I don't know. Is Slick Willie in here? Slick Willie, happy belated birthday. I don't know if I saw him. Yeah, frickin' Jeep. I usually try to not have that many. I try to make everything pretty much barkless. Ruined a perfectly good shirt. Well, yeah, the way they played last week, it probably did. But yeah, I don't know if yeah, I try to get everything barkless just because the bark seems to be just a pain in the butt. It makes everything dirty. Once it dries, it gets all, I don't know, gets to be a mess. A big mess. Oh, there is Slick Willie. A grinder is much faster than a sander. Well, that, like a grinder with like a wire brush on it. That might, but it would take, I don't know. I think it would just take a lot longer, and then it would make all the wood scratched. I gotta keep, I set some pretty high standards for my small wood. There is Slick Willie. All right, I gotta get down there and get you your tumbler one of these days. One of these days. Oh yeah. Woodhound Senior. 24 eggs a day you're getting now? Holy crap. Holy moly's. Well, see, that's just it. So that's where I'm thinking if I get it in the kiln right away, it will dry it, and then it won't have that surface moisture that's water and sugar and all that other stuff. Anyway, that's what a lot of people have. Logger Jason left me a comment as well. Is that like once you split it, if you can get it drying immediately, that will dry off any of that surface moisture and sugars or whatever makes the mold grow as much faster on maple. So hopefully that will work. But I just don't know if the heat would be better than like wind airflow, because like airflow will definitely dry it, but we'll find out. This is why sometimes I don't get anything done on the weekends, is because I'm going to be doing a little experimentations in the wood yard. You mean to dry it or to burn off the mold? 'Cause I don't know if it would. I don't think it would burn off. I think you would just end up burning. You'd make the whole surface black, and then it would just look. It would look burned or charred. Well, yeah. So yeah, I've never stripped the bark off first, but no, I've never really had. I've had a little birch. I had some birch one time. Get that on there, and I think birch is the same way. I think birch is really high, like in sugars and moisture and. But yeah, I've never had it really not like that. Like that, when I stripped the bark off that log, it was pristine, just clean, nice, beautiful looking maple log. And now it just looks like crap. What's going on? I gotta check in what's going on over here. People are flying in and flying out over we got somebody. All right. Jared, good evening. Have you noticed you burning around the same or less wood? Oh, I am burning less. I don't know exactly how much, because I don't really I've never really measured out, but I can just tell by the amount that I'm putting in the morning and in the evenings. It's not a significant amount. I'm not like, in like using half, but I'm definitely not using as much. Definitely not as much. After you kiln dry it, does the bark come off anyway? It depends on the species. Some do, some don't. I've noticed with like maple that after it's been heat treated, it's almost like the bark is on even tighter. Like it doesn't fall off. So some of the bark, like a lot of times, like the oak, I don't put in with the bark on, and the walnut too. The walnut, the bark stayed on, and the cherry. Pretty much everything, the bark stays on, like after it's been cooked. It's almost like it bakes it on. Almost. Oh yeah, this is completely like, I mean, if I knew, like if I was sending this box to frickin' Jeep, yeah, it wouldn't matter what the wood was looking like. I might even throw a couple dog turds from the yard in there with it and send it out to him. But yeah, these customers are. Hello, Lee, watching over there on Facebook. But yeah, I've got like, I'm surprised. It's surprising. Vegas. I've got like 5 different people in Vegas, and I'm pretty sure these people aren't, you know, people that like have a woodshed or something. They probably have their tabletop fire pit like on their patio. So like this box of wood might even be in their house. So I don't think I wouldn't want them having to like worry that mold is going to come out of the box into their house or something. It's just, that's just the way I look at it. But yeah, if I knew that it was going to some of you woodhounds, I wouldn't worry about it. Actually, I would. I would want the same quality for everyone. Well, maybe not everyone. A few of you. A few might be getting the charred wood would be valuable as what? What is that? I do have some charred wood. The very first run that I ever did, I don't know if I ever told this story or not. Brian Lee, good evening. The very first run I did in the kiln, I got things a little too hot. And when wood gets a little too hot, yes, it pretty much turns into charcoal. So I actually have some charred wood. Really charred. And whew, already burned firewood. All right, now I gotta try something here. Or I'm gonna do something. I gotta change this around. And now I'm gonna add this over there. Yes! Straight from the back 40. Turds of the Woodyard. The frickin' Jeep special. Richard, just I think you can just swipe down on that on your keyboard and just swipe it back down. Otherwise, I think on the keypad there's a hang on. I think on the keypad there's a little down arrow that you can press to where is it? Yeah, right here. There's a little button right down here. You press that, the keyboard goes away. Down in the bottom right corner. All right, last week I told you, let me see here. Skunkwood. Mystery Gardener. Yep, that's yeah, the stuff that I shave off is stuff that I'm just going to probably use in the kiln to burn to, heat treat the other stuff. So it'll all get used. I ain't too worried about that. Is that a steel shirt? Oh, a steel on my shirt. Oh, you damn right it is. It's the 500i. Where is it? Right here. Yes, indeed. It is definitely. I suppose the microphone's covering it up. There you go. Right here. No, it's only I only did that to 2 logs. So here's going to be another thing I'm going to try. So I've got, I think, 2 more maple logs that I left the bark on. So those I am going to, well, I'm thinking once the temperatures drop, it shouldn't be as much of a problem, but maybe it will be. So I don't know, but I was thinking once it cools off, I'll strip those. I'll strip them and split them the same day. So I won't be I won't be letting it sit in the warm. And I think those logs did get rained on as well, so I don't know if that matters or not, but yeah, the next time that won't be happening. This is the first time that it's ever happened where it's been like on the log like that before I split it. I've had a few pieces that I've split them and I put them in, like, I think last year I had birch kind of in a big pile, and some of the pieces in the pile got a few black dots on, and then I just separate those out when I pack it up. 5 seconds ahead. Yeah, I know on YouTube I'm always behind. So thanks for that, Ted. Keeping me informed over here on the other stuff. Like I said, I don't know all the rules. I know there's certain things you can't say on one place over here. If I say the name of over here, then weird stuff happens, I guess. But so on Friday nights, I got to remember that. But during the week, like I said, I'll probably be more on. I think I can say this. I think I can say TikTok Live, and you guys don't. This place doesn't care. Oh my! Holy moly, Jesse Dean. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the reminder. I don't know if I told you guys, but if you have a question, if you put a Q or 2 or 3 Qs in the chat, then I will answer it. Bottom of the hour. I'll be refilling here in a second. Oh, yes, that is another one I think that this happens to. In fact, I think, yeah, I've had bundlewood that got wet and rained on, and that happened. Old guy firewood. Have a good weekend, my friend. All right, we got to pound this down. Jimbo 5056. Evening, Dan, and all you woodchucks and chuckettes. 6 weeks of harvest is done. Holy moly's. Well, I bet you are ready to kick back and relax. Let me just go make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh my goodness. I just saw, look at this guy. You see that icon? You see that smiling face fly by in the chat? Whether there's a Q or 2 Qs or 3 Qs, it don't matter. You gotta, that right there commands attention. Saw Surgeon, how you doing? You can, for whatever you want. I always say put a Q, but then everyone puts 3. So then if I, we don't care. Mystery Gardener. I actually have done that a few times, and it they take too much of a cut. That was the problem with that, with Whatnot. But yeah, I was like, I went my very first live on Whatnot during the summer. Like, I sold mini firewood, and then I like went through the whole processing of it, and you have to use their shipping platform, which they take another fee out of. And then I was just like, holy crap, this is not worth it at all. So I only did a couple, and then that's why I'm switching now to TikTok Live. But yeah, they just Whatnot was ridiculous. Are you any Minnesota hunters here? Oh, is that tomorrow already? Holy crap. Yes, if you are a Minnesota hunter, good luck. Good luck hunting all those bucks when they're early in the rut and don't have a clue what's going on. You guys kind of take all the advantages that you can, don't you? Hey, and there's Woodsies. Woodsies firewood. Oh, I actually have seen quite a few bucks this year running around. Not very big. There's 2 that are decent size. Then there's about like 3 spikers all running around. Monday, first snow in Ohio. We were supposed to possibly get snow on Sunday, but I don't know if we're going to. But yeah, it's going to be here. All right. I need to grab some ice balls of ice. Will I ever put burly guys with steel chainsaws on your ladies' swings? Oh, actually, hang on. I think I know what you mean. I think I actually have one. Hang on. Jeez. Yeah, hang on here. Now that you mention that, I know what you're thinking. Right here. There is the new swinging ladies. I just have to figure out how I can animate them and get them up on the get him up on the swings. Shouldn't be too hard, though. It kind of looked like James Baton. I don't know if he's in here or not. But didn't that kind of look like him for those of you that know him? Oh. Well, I'll have to save that for the next time that I know he's on. Because I don't think I saw him on here tonight. But yeah, I thought. Who was it? Who was it that outside in the 515? That's who we were having a good time doing the they were wanting some, I think his wife was wanting some men on the swings. Oh, all right, we got I just filled up. So Woodsies Firewood. Thank you very much. Great seeing you in here as well. Say hello to the brothers and Katrina, I guess. Oh, thank you very much. All right, now I got to catch up. I think it looks more like James Baton. I don't know. He is in here. I knew he was watching. Oh, you know, I had to say that it kind of, I the first time I saw that, I thought it was. I don't know. But I suppose you don't, yeah, you probably don't have any high heels. All right, we're WD-30 is not in here. Maybe we I don't know. When I forget who even sent that to me. Classic. All right. Yeah, the thing is oh, you know, that actually that might be right. The Ryobi Kid. Yeah, that's true. You are a steel man. Let's see here. Oh, that was good. I didn't see. I didn't. I don't know if you had commented at all. 43 minutes into the stream, I don't see James Baton's name fly across in the chat. But something told me that I had to call him out. And he sure enough was here, lurking in the shadows. Lurking in the shadows, just sitting back, waiting, not knowing that a picture that may or may not look like him. Well, this is the one. Beards? I don't know. That's the one thing I can't grow. There's a lot of guys who do, though. Log Cabin Firewood. Brad, Firewood at the Furnace, he used to have a big one hanging all over his face. Oh my. Yeah, there's usually a lot of times I know people will be on here But that's, because the whole thing with the chat is kind of like there's two parts of it. I know there's, like chatting back and forth with each other, which is one of the reasons why live streams are cool, is because it gives, not only me a chance to interact with you guys, but you guys a chance to interact with each other. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's probably quite a few people who just, even if they're like watching on their TV, they might not, want to mess with their remote typing, or if they have a keyboard. But now the problem with, I don't know why this is happening on here, but and I'm thinking it's the same for you guys, but it's not showing, like it's showing all of these, so on YouTube, like you have a chat, or you have a channel name, and like, I don't know if that's the name of, because sometimes your channel name is different than your at name. So Pamela, hello to you. Because some of you have your regular names, but that's because some of you are like this guy, the saw surgeon. Like there's no denying who that is. But some of these names are flying by here with just that at symbol, and I don't know who you are. But I don't know why that's happened. It never used to be that way. You used to always just see the name. Like whatever your name was, that's what you would see. And now everything's changed. Oh, is that what it is? That yeah, I think I don't know why it happens, but wait, the 93 at the end of, oh yeah, at the end of seniors. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that are going by that I don't know for sure who they are, but like some of them are just normal, Broken Old Swede, Daniel Atkins, Smogzilla, Craig's Chords to Coles. But then we got Timon the Buckeye 719. Anyway, at least that one I know. Some of the other channels. Andrew, how are you doing? Oh, so I mentioned last week that there was going to be another after the saw suppliers little giveaway last week. This one isn't going to be tonight though, so don't start throwing numbers in the chat. But I do have a few of these left over, saving them for special occasions. I think I'm going to do this on Black Friday. The commemorative 300th live stream tumbler going in and out of focus. One of those, and for all of you people who wear hats, which I do not, that is why when I get hats like this, I will probably end up always giving them away. But that's going to be one of the prize packages. Tumbler and a hat. One of the first ones. So I think, like I said, Black Friday. Yes, it's cooling off tomorrow. We're supposed to maybe get snow on Sunday. I don't know. It's going to be cold. It's going to be colder on Sunday than tomorrow. So that that's like, I guess, the best chance. The other thing is, I have gotten a few of these in. I don't have very many. I only have 5. I'm going to be putting these up on the website. So if there's anyone that doesn't have one of those, I have 5 left. I still have it, Slick Willie. Don't worry. I forgot to send it with my parents to bring down there. So yeah, I'll have those on the website soon. So stay tuned for that. I wanted to give you guys a heads up here tonight on the live stream, a little exclusive, a little preview, because once I put those online, they probably won't last very long. But when I do put them online, I'm going to first send out an email to the email list, and then I'll wait a few days, and then I'll put it live. Let's see here. What is this? Mystery Gardener, what do you... Got an idea? Get woodhounds to send a pic into you, showing off their 500 eye pic. The best for a Christmas calendar. Keep it clean, of course. I've got green and red only. So I've got 3 green and 2 red left. The only problem, so here is a thing that I have run into many times back in the wrestling days, doing other promotion work, and the challenge is like, if I take something, if somebody sends me a picture and I use that in a product that I then sell, like, how do you know, there's that whole, I don't know, legal part of it. And yes, people can say, oh, yes, I will just give you my picture to use however you want. But it also is their intellectual property. And then if I use it and am, selling something from their property, it can get to be, I've just had bad experiences like that. Like, we used to put some promotional stuff together and make like these posters, commemorative posters from different events, matches, and then, people were like, oh, well, why? Well, then the other thing is, like, then if you leave somebody out, so like, if, I have 12 months and then 25 people send me pictures and I only pick 12 of them, then somebody's going to be mad that I didn't use their picture instead of that other, it gets to be more trouble than it's worth. So if I ever do something like that, it'll probably just be all of my own pictures. As bad as it sounds, but it's just an easier way to avoid, like, problems. Okay, somebody was saying I want red. Nick Smith. Send me. Hang on here. Is this it? Oh, no, that's not it. I can't find. Oh, here it is. Send me an email. And that way I'll know for sure if you really do, if you're serious. Otherwise, you can, like I said, just wait. And when I put them up online, I'll let you know. Like it won't be before next week. So next Friday night, maybe I'll just wait and I'll put them online then, and then you can grab it. Well, you can grab one, and you can get like a bundle. You can bundle them together with like a mini firewood rack and a box of wood. Yeah, that is one thing I've thought about, but then it becomes, how much? Because obviously there's a cost to produce, print, all of that stuff. So then it's like, if if you end up giving some, paying for people's pictures, and then you don't sell enough to cover the cost of just making the calendar. Yeah, it's a challenge. What size does that wood stove burn? Oh, it is, well, obviously the 5.5-inch back 40 mini firewood works best, but I believe the top diameter is like 6.5. They are the bigger of the two. There's usually like smaller size and a bigger size. Oh, exactly. And there's always the fine print. There's always the fine print. But the one thing I could do, and I agree, like this is the one thing, is like there's a lot of good. The one thing I have thought about doing and trying to be more active with it is on Facebook, in the Facebook group, like switching out the banner, like I try to do it every month, but I haven't done it for like 6 months. I need to get like somebody to moderate that Facebook group for me. But just putting like pictures there to, rotate them out. Troy French, have a good night. Good seeing you here. Going back to this. So I had somebody. I'm working on a possible collaboration, but I had this company send me their influencer contract. And so I was like, I'm reading through it and I'm getting lost in all the, legal garble. So then I threw the entire contract into ChatGPT, and this thing came back with there are like 10 different things that it had flagged for me to like either renegotiate or ask to be removed from the contract. And so then I went to those places that had highlighted and I started reading that. I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is ridiculous. So I ended up just I declined the offer. Because like they had this one stipulation where forget what it was. After up for 180 days, at any point they could have me remove the video, or there's just all this like weird terms and conditions that for like 180 days they were basically going to be in control of whatever content I created. And I was like, no thanks. Wait, what? What is Craig's? Bruce, if you're still on here, good night. Craig's is the sexiest. I tell you. Oh, you have no idea how much I'm doing this now. Just at work, we do it with everything, and now I've started to incorporate it into everything I'm doing outside of work, and it is amazing. But yeah, it really, like, I'm telling you, you will be surprised at just how I don't know, it was just crazy to see that it could just read through all of it was like, I think like 8 pages long. And then it was, like I said, all these like weird terms, like weird little things. All right, we are with that 2 minutes into overtime already. Oh my goodness. And we definitely know it is overtime because Josh and Steph here. Time to call it a night. Have a great weekend. Not looking forward to the snow coming Sunday through Monday in Ohio. Well, yeah, if it is, hopefully it's just down there and not up here. That would be another one. Broken Old Swedes coming up with all kinds of ideas tonight. Again, though, the trouble would be picking out 12. Only 12 pictures. JD, good evening. Dave, how are you doing? That's the problem. Like, you know, when I look through my photos, man, if I take like 10 pictures, like I can't find one. They're all just, so they all look good. How do you decide? How do you even decide? How would you ever decide? I suppose we could do like a vote, like a poll. Mystery Gardener, you're going to bed pretty early or pretty late. Millwood Outdoors, have a good night. Marlin, yeah, there's snow in the forecast. William Klein, the Lost 40 Lodge, enjoy your weekend. All right, who else is past their bedtime? Are you volunteering to be featured in a month? One of the months? Oh. November Smallwood, brought to you by James Baton from up there in Canada. Oh yeah, I know that snow is always nice for hunting, but yeah, it's good. It helps to not only track them, but just to see the movement That's what I always found. I always found it most helpful to have snow for hunting, just to like see the movement. Not so much for tracking, because I usually didn't have to track anything. It just dropped right where I hit it. Boom, down. No need to track unless you can't hit your target. Uh, see, now this is the guy who would want, he would want one of those. I think John is saying he wants to see, where is that? He wants to see more of this. Maybe with a little less clothing on the bottom there, you know, maybe just with a little shorter leggings, maybe from the backside, kind of bent over the log using the saw, maybe, I don't know. But I think that's what he's asking for here, is something like that. Oh yeah. Anyway, hard to track bucks in the swamp. Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Yeah. I've heard of guys like hunting down in the Mississippi, like down in the backwaters, in the bottoms they call it. And they would like take boats out to these little islands and hunt. And then, you know, you just like hauling deer out through the muck and the mud. What? You don't think that would be a hot seller? You don't think you would want to, you know, hang that on the wall? I mean, I think it actually would be. I think it would, you know, every month you're just waiting to see what's next. And then there it is. All month long you get to look at it. Oh, yeah. Well, and then I imagine that you guys down there have to contend with the fact that if you don't find your deer after you hit it, you might not ever find it at all, because it's going to be lunch for a gator. See, we don't have that up here. I mean, up northern Wisconsin, maybe if you didn't find it and you had to come back the next morning, then you might lose it to like some wolves or something. But yeah, we don't have to. We don't have anything else taking away the deer for their meal. Mr. Saw Surgeon, great seeing you here. Great having you. Tune in and enjoy your rest of your Friday night and your weekend. It's, I'm telling you, man. I don't know. I would have to. I don't know how many I would have to print. Those would probably fly off the shelves. And we could do it like I could do it where I wouldn't reveal who was in it. The only way to see would be to buy one. Pythons? Holy crap. But would they take Like, would they be able to swallow a deer? How small of deer do you have down there that you're hunting? Because I would think it would be I don't know. If a python, yeah, that would be interesting to come across. You track your deer, you come up, part the brush or part the grass and find it, and then it's wrapped up with a snake. Really? Holy crap. Even the bucks, will they swallow one with antlers? Wouldn't that like cut them open? If they swallowed a, or unless they don't have antlers, but yeah, if they had like a, you know, if they had a rack sticking out, maybe not. Yeah, I would. Everyone can submit their photos. No one will know what they are. And then the only way to see, I'd have to like put together a panel, a group of people to pick out 12. And then the only reveal is when you hang it on your wall and start turning over the months. All right, I am looking at just a few stats here. Where are we at here? We're 12 after. All right. I think. Huh, I don't. I set the bar pretty high in the smallest. The small. If everyone who's ever come here, the first thing they say is, "Oh my gosh, this looks way bigger or way smaller in person." So I set the bar pretty high as far as the smallest. I will say though, mine has probably changed the most because I've moved stuff around like every 3 months, it seems. Which I'm planning on doing a little moving around here pretty soon. Oh, that's right. I need a cover shot. Billy Bob, have a good weekend. You're volunteering for the judging? All right. I will keep that in mind. I don't know if I would want. I'm with James. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'd want to look at them, and I don't know. I can just imagine what the people printing them would say. Especially if you had like some guys like on a stack of wood, like the Costanza picture where he's on the couch. All right. I think with that, we will wrap this up. 15 minutes in overtime. You guys over here, thanks for hanging with me for a little bit longer here tonight. Just getting everything figured out how this all works. And you guys, thank you for tuning in once again. We'll see you all back here next Friday. And yeah, I'll let you guys know next week when the tabletop fire pits are going to go live online. So with that, moderators, thanks for being here. Everyone who threw the coins in the cup, thank you very much. And everyone else, again, thanks for tuning in here and there and everywhere. All right. that will do it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. And if you're getting snow, enjoy it. Enjoy the cold, I guess. But what was that? Yes. Nighty night, everyone. So stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Good night, everyone. Cheers.
Being a real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulder, a heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt.